So I was at dinner last night with my friends and my girlfriend, and one of the conversations that we got into is that it's one thing to be ambitious and to have plans, and then it's a completely another thing to have the results and the experience to speak on. And it took me a really long time in life to differentiate and learn the difference and then actually be able to make the transition, because in my younger years I used to vocalize all of my plans, vocalize all of my ambitions to everyone and anyone that was listening. But when it came time to actually enact those plans, that's where I would fall short. And after a few years of doing that, you quickly gain the reputation of just being someone that talks that talk but doesn't really walk that walk, as cliche as that sounds. But since I've been able to make that transition, I've been able to really look at things from a new perspective. And honestly, until you are able to prove that you can create solutions, you have results, you can do the things that you preach about, nobody is going to take you seriously. And I still know people personally to this day that when it comes to having plans, when it comes to having ambitions, they can list 1,001 things. But when it's now time for them to present their resume, they don't have any. It's empty. And I've realized, especially this is a conversation that I've had with my dad, that on this side of the world is really a results driven economy. So much so that if you're able to provide solutions, if you're able to prove that you know what you're about, you excel greatly. And then if you pair that with having the added credentials on top of that, you're unstoppable. But yeah, a lot of people really just get lost in announcing and saying things and doing things, but they don't have anything to back it up. And just in realizing that, as I've gotten older, I've started to talk less and less and less, and realize that until I have a resume, until I have results and proof and X, Y, and Z, it serves me no good to talk about my plans. It serves me no good. It serves me no good to talk, because at the end of the day, you're just talking, and talking in and of itself, it doesn't do anything. That doesn't push the ball forward. That doesn't push things forward. That doesn't progress. That doesn't make things happen. And it's funny because my friends and I were also talking, and it's like, yo, honestly, we don't even really want to hear it from anyone that's trying to give us advice if you don't have monetary things to back it up. If you don't have X, Y, and Z to back it up. My friend said he's not trying to hear, if you don't have at least 50,000 in your bank account, he's not trying to hear you give advice. And at the end of the day, I feel like that's how most people function. People will not take you seriously if you don't have the results for it. It's kind of like, you won't take a personal trainer seriously if he's not in shape. And that's, unfortunately, that's just how the world works on this side of the world anyways. So yeah, what I want to leave you guys with is focus less on talking, focus less on planning and vocalizing your ambitions, focus more on trying to achieve results. It's an amazing thing to see someone get on the internet and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, but then not have the resume to back it up. You don't want to be one of those people.